Good morning and a warm welcome back to Steve's Project Car Garage. My name is Steve and this is my 1969 Triumph Spitfire tanker. So in the last couple of days I've been working a little bit here and there on the car trying to get the crossmember firmed up, and today is going to be hopefully the final video on the crossmember. I'm going to go ahead and try to patch up the last little bit of holes that I've got on here and just try to get everything all ready so I can put that heel board back on. We're getting close, so I'm pretty excited. Stick around, it's going to be a good video. So last weekend I actually did a decent bit of work, but I didn't film it because it was just kind of trying to get things finished up and knocking out some stuff. One of the things I did is I treated the entire inner crossmember with prep etch, which is a way to go ahead and dissolve the rust. It's phosphoric acid. It worked out really well. And then I hit it with a coat of weld-through primer, and this really kind of helped reveal, some of these holes that I sort of knew were there, but this really kind of made them stick out. So I also went ahead and I got a new tool. I got a little rotary cutter, and I was able to cut out this guy. And this was an area that I knew was going to be a little bit difficult to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and weld in a patch here. And I think what I'm going to do for these guys, these little holes, is probably bore them out just a little bit. And then once I've bored them out, I'll go ahead and make small little circular patches, kind of like Fitzy does, to go ahead and weld in here. So the goal for today is to go ahead and get these all patched up, and then that way I can start to call it a wrap on the crossmember. Alright, so I'm going to follow my standard procedure that I've been doing, which seems to be working out alright, to go ahead and just make a template out of some cardboard. One thing I'm already running into is that I can't hold this thing tight up here, so that's going to be fun. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just trace this guy out. And that's not going to really work because I'm coming in at everything with an angle. Well, let's see what I can do with that. Well, how's that for beginner's luck? That thing fits dang near perfectly. There's a little bit of a gap here, but that's nothing. Sweet! I'll take it. Let's go ahead and get that welded in. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with this actually. I think it's pretty decent. Now unfortunately, because it is sitting right up against the frame, I really won't know until I'm able to go ahead and actually get the body off of the frame. But one thing I can do is I'm going to use the light from my smartphone here to go ahead and shine from the bottom up so I can see if there's any light that comes through. This way I can know if I have any pinholes, because that's something that I've been dealing with everywhere that I look. I got pinholes here, there, and everywhere, so that's always going to be a fun thing to kind of fix. But let's see if we can not have pinholes here. I don't see any light coming through here at all, so that's awesome. Now the weld is pretty decent. It doesn't sit flat. I don't really have much of a tool to be able to try to lay that down and smooth it out. I do have a little Burr tool that I might be able to throw into a drill and just try to clean up with it. So I think I'm going to give that a quick shot and see if that works. Otherwise, it's going to have to end up leaving it as it is. This is a little Carbide Burr grinder that I got on Amazon for like 15 bucks. And it's decent. Let's see how it works here. I think I'll end up being here forever with this, so I'm not going to worry about it. But we will use that to go ahead and drill up these holes, so let's move on. Alright, so next up we have these holes. There's holes here, 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 and here. There's also one over here. So what I'm going to try to do is pick some of these larger holes that, well, you can see light through them better over here. See those? I'm going to try to bore out a few of those. And then what I'm going to do is try to make a couple little tiny small circular patches to be able to go ahead and put in there and then just clean it up. So I'm going to jump underneath the car from the other side and use that little burr grinder I was showing you to just try to widen these out and make them nice and clean so I can get back to good metal. Alright, so I got that done, and now I'll show you what I'm working with. I got a lot of cleanup, which I'm actually going to do while I'm here, which is nice because I can go ahead and seam this up. Got a little hole there, but so I got these nice circular holes. These should be, I'm going to say this lightly, kind of easy to go ahead and make little patches for. This guy here, I just kind of ground back. It's a little pinhole, but I got enough to be able to just put a little dab of weld in there. Same here, pinhole, or not pinhole, but you know, nice little circular holes. And got one here and one here. So that's kind of what we're working with. We're going to go ahead and get that all done up. So let's get cracking. Alright, so now I've got the hole, and I've got this little patch that I've made. Fits pretty good. I noticed, there we go, it fits pretty good. I've noticed that the hole is a little bit uneven, so I'm going to go ahead and just flatten that out a bit. Not a whole lot, just enough. And now, this patch, well, as you can see, drops right through, so that means it fit, right? Right. Woo! Someone just rolled coal coming by here. That stinks. Alright, well there we go. So, I'll get that put into place. I'll probably just use a pair of vice grips to hold it in place instead of the magnets. But, yeah. Let's clean that metal up just a little bit here and then weld it in. So, welcome to Plan B. Plan A didn't quite work out. As I started to weld it, I just found the metal was just far too thin. So I went ahead and I cut just a regular old square patch, and now I'm going to go ahead and try to weld this in and see if it's any better. See you in a minute. Alright, welcome back to the underside of the car. So I'll show you what I've done here. First of all, I've one patch turned into 2, turned into 3, turned into 4. I still have to ground this down, but yeah, that was a lot. I've gone ahead and made these little plugs. These little plugs will fit into the holes, provided that I don't drop and lose them. But these will fit into the holes that I have drilled out. And then what will happen is I will weld these guys on in. And yeah, you get the idea. So I got those. Gonna go ahead and get started welding those in, and then I'll show you what's up. So I got 1, 2, 3. Let's get cracking. All right, so it didn't go terribly. Got all my little patches made. All the little plugs that I made actually worked out quite well. So I'm pretty happy with this. Of course, I've got to, sand this all down, grind it, smooth it, make it look pretty. But that's going to be just about it for the Crossmember. I don't think I have other patches I've got to make in it. I'm going to, of course, double and triple check. But, I mean, once I clean this up, it'll be good. So, yeah, let's sand this down right quick, and then we'll wrap this part up. All right, welcome back. So, it is actually now Wednesday. I had to stop work early on Monday to go to a job interview. So wish me luck on that, but here's kind of where we're at. So, I'm going to shine some light here so you can kind of see it. But I've gone ahead and I've patched things up. Previously I talked about this area where it was like one patch that led to another one, and led to another one. It led to a really big one. So that's kind of, what we're dealing with right there. I'm going to do a quick light test and just see if I can find any spots where light comes through. Oh, I got one little spot there. So I'll have to get that. But, I mean, everything else looks really good. So I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out. Back here, I got that little screw hole. There's another screw hole over here, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep those or not. I don't know. I may just leave it as is. But then this side's all solid. So there's actually one little spot of light. Oh, right there. So I got three little spots of light that I need to go ahead and just hit with the welder. But I think that for the most part, the Crossmember is just about done. Now, of course, I have to clean it all up. It's got all kinds of weld spatter in there, and I'm going to try to grind down those welds a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to be able to really do, but I'm not honestly concerned about it because this is all going to be hidden. So if I just flatten them a little bit and then throw paint over this, I think we'll be good. So that is just about a wrap on the Crossmember. Hooray! All right, we're going to call that a wrap on today's video. So thank you so much for tuning in. I am so excited that we're actually at a point now where I can call the Crossmember pretty much done. I have a couple little tiny more spots of light that I can see coming through. Just hit it with the MIG welder real quick just to fill them in, grind them down, and I should be done. So that is awesome. What I can now start to do is finish focusing on the parcel shelf, go ahead and get some of those patches put in, and then once that's done, it's time to go ahead and start fitting that heel board, and then we can move on to floors. I really appreciate you guys sticking through this entire project with me, so thank you very much. If you haven't done so already, please make sure that you go ahead and hit that thumbs up for the video and hit the subscribe button so that way you get notifications whenever I post a new video. Outside of that, thank you so much, and just remember that when you're working on project cars like this, please do not be that dreaded previous owner. Cheers.